Battling terminal breast cancer, Tanya Battelle has desperately hoped for this moment.
It's like it's not in a moment and it's all over. But for me, it's been 4 hard years.
Decades of advocacy, numerous reviews, now history has been made.
The question is resolved in the affirmative.
The majority of Queensland's 93 MPs voted in favour of voluntary assisted dying in a rare conscience vote. For 3 days, debate has been fierce, passionate, emotional, but largely respectful, beyond politics, as MPs gave tearful accounts of loved ones on the journey. It's been about humanity, compassion, life and death.
For my mum, the cruelest part was that there was no final hugs because he couldn't bear to be touched. He wanted to tie it home, but that didn't happen.
I choose dignity and choice for our terminally ill.
There is not equal access across this state or timely access to quality palliative care.
I can assure you it will fall hopelessly short of arresting the disparity that's there.
More than 50 amendments were debated, taking the vote right up to the 11th hour.
I am very disappointed that those who perhaps were open to amendments are not given the time to deal with them properly.
The bill is the product of 3 long years of work.
It's clear MPs did a lot of soul searching in the lead up to this vote, wrestling with personal, ethical, moral and religious values before coming to their decision. While some politicians had different views and opinions, there was unity in wanting to lessen the suffering for those at the end of their life. The laws have been heralded as some of the best in the country.
And this is the best bill that has been introduced anywhere. It's been the most thoroughly researched, independently drafted.
And are expected to be met with a sense of relief, but also sadness.
Sadness by all those campaigners here in Queensland over many years who've not lived to see this law reform here today.
For Tanya Battelle, it's about having the choice.
Many of us have had to work so darn hard for it. You wouldn't think that something like this would take 4 years to get across the line.
Her life on her terms. Rachel Rieger, ABC News, Brisbane.
Queensland is the 5th state to pass voluntary assisted dying legislation, behind Victoria, WA, Tasmania and South Australia. So who is eligible? You must be at least 18 years old and, crucially, be acting voluntarily. You must have decision-making capacity, have a disease or condition that's expected to cause death within 12 months and is causing intolerable suffering. You must be a Queensland resident for the previous 12 months. Being elderly or frail does not qualify. So what's the process? Well, 2 trained medical practitioners will assess whether you're eligible. You have to make 3 separate requests to access voluntary assisted dying, and there must be at least 9 days between the first and final requests. At any stage, you can choose not to proceed. The substance can be administered yourself or by a health practitioner, and this can happen in your home. Doctors can refuse to take part, but they have to tell the patient about someone else who may be able to help. As for faith-based institutions like aged care homes, they can choose not to participate, but must allow reasonable access by practitioners who are willing to assist. So when does it start? Well, after years of consultation, inquiry and parliamentary debate, the laws will take effect in January 2023. Between now and then, a review board will be set up, along with a statewide pharmacy service. Training and clinical guidelines will also be developed.